All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS. Salutations to y'all around the world that's teaching truth. Shalom to you, series Aquaf. We are not black Hebrew Israelites. We are Israelites. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, speckled birds. Scattered abroad, speckled birds are Israelites who look like other nations, but their father's paternal bloodline go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. We are not affiliated with any militant groups. We are not affiliated with any Islamic groups. We are not affiliated with any Black Identity String groups. We are not affiliated with any other Islamic groups. And right here we have an interview where this individual right here in the video, there's another man, another Jake interview telling him what he's seen in crack houses. So I don't know what this person does, the one wearing these shaded glasses, so I don't know if he works for law enforcement or he might be some type of activist. I don't know, but just tell you the totality that crack had done to the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American. And I believe it was Maxine Waters, if I'm not mistaken. It was an FBI agent, and the FBI agent confessed that CIA had put crack, cocaine, and guns purposely in the Israelites' neighborhood in Los Angeles, California. All right, so I'm gonna play this right here. We're gonna get a quick scripture. Zechariah chapter 1:15. All right. It says, I am, right here it says, I am very sore displeased with heathen that are eased, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. I am very sore displeased with heathen that are eased, for I was but a little displeased, they helped forward the affliction, right, man? So Esau and the rest of the heathens, they are at ease, man. They're in their kingdom, and the rest of the heathen nation outside Edom, man, they're relaxing. They're enjoying the benefits of Esau's treasure, All right, that he got stealing, robbing, and destroying nations, all right, so they're enjoying it, man. All right, like they're going to Psalms 83. The list of Yahweh's enemy, number one is Esau, the so-called white man. Then you got the rest of the nations, man. All right, and they came together to destroy what? The house of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and all this is documented. You look up for yourself, do your own research. All right, they did it. All right, so yes, so I'm gonna play it.
To these crack houses, you've probably seen some horror stories. You probably have a whole list of them, don't you? Well, unfortunately, I do, and I've seen some people as young as, I would say, probably 16, 17 years old. I have been in a crack house on occasion where a young girl came in with her father, and she couldn't have been no more than 16, 17 years old, and she says, no, daddy, it's my turn to buy. I've been in a crack house where I saw a girl in a Catholic school uniform come in, and she couldn't have been no more than 16 or 17 years old, and she bought some cracks and left, and she didn't even go home and change clothes for her, so you didn't even send someone else for her. She came herself. I've seen telephone repairmen, the equipment and all, in crack houses. I've seen security guards in crack houses. I've seen transit workers in uniform in crack houses. And I guess it disturbs them not to be there because they are there sitting, smoking away. I've seen people come from New Jersey, go to a crack house, gas tank on empty, and can't even get home. I've seen people go to lunch and never go back to work. I personally have smoked crack in Harlem Hospital in the ladies' room with a girlfriend of mine who used to work there. I've seen women who will come to a crack house with their children and have them wait outside 8, 9 o'clock at night. Have the children wait outside? Wait outside. Children 4, 5, and 6 years old are standing outside waiting for their mothers, and their mothers are inside smoking on this crack. I've seen a girl one day brought her baby to the crack house, and she was in such a rush to get high that she couldn't wait 20 minutes to cash her check. She pawned her child to the crack man and says, "Please give me a dime. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Hold my baby." Pawned her child? Yes, for $10. Bob.
Right. Let's see that. And then go with the curses of Deuteronomy 28. And let me get this right here. Right, all these part of the curses, man, that we had to go down. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Right. Because let me get this right. Deuteronomy 28. Yep. Let's see, Deuteronomy 28, 43, and 44. The stranger that within thee shall get above thee very high, thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, thou shalt lend to him, but he should be the head, thou shalt be the tail. Right? We at the bottom, man. This is the point of history, man. We was at the bottom. We still at the bottom, but we slowly coming out these curses. Called the Deuteronomy 30, verse 7, man. Because now you have Esau, they're on drugs, man. And we all know what their favorite drug is now, you know, which they don't talk about anymore. All right. And this is just total madness, man. That's crazy. All right. Let's see. Deuteronomy 28:34. So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see. Right. You gotta be crazy as hell to get on some type of drug, man, and do all these horrendous things. That's madness, man. You know, that's just stone craziness. All right. It says, all right. All right, so I guess what this is coming off us and it's going on them now, you know. All right. And that's why you see a lot of them they on these drugs, you know, the drug start with a capital letter O. All right, this says right here, Deuteronomy 30, verse 7, saying, Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them they hate thee, which persecute thee. All right, so now all these curses come upon them, man. All right, especially you'll see ads where you'll see ads racism on Asians. All right, because these people, they didn't care for Jake, man. You know, these other nations. All right, racism. Yeah, Asia. All right. Try and get the latest ad, but yeah, you can see right here. Alright, so right here, let's see, let's see it right here, man. Alright. Yeah, Jake. It's always gonna be one Jake among man. All right. All these so on this stuff is Esau. Let me see right here. They hitting surge. All right. West Florida crisis getting worse. All right. You can see sharp increase overdose death symptom COVID-19. All right. Fight two, you can see it right here, man. See, all right. You can feel his destination as Ashawa. Esau means wasted his seed, man. You know, so you find the two epidemics. All right. Play the rest of this film if it take me there. All right.
In crack houses, you've probably seen some horror stories. You probably have a whole list of them, don't you? Well, unfortunately, I do. And I've seen some people as young as, I would say, probably 16, 17 years old. I have been in a crack house on occasion where a young girl came in with her father, and she couldn't have been no more than 16, 17 years old. And she says, no, daddy, it's my turn to buy. I've been in a crack house where I saw a girl in a Catholic school uniform come in, and she couldn't have been no more than 16 or 17 years old. And she bought some cracks and left. And she didn't even go home and change clothes first, so you didn't even send someone else for her. She came herself. I've seen telephone repairmen, equipment and all, in crack houses. I've seen security guards in crack houses. I've seen transit workers in uniform in crack houses. And I guess it disturbs them not to be there because they are there sitting, smoking away. I've seen people come from New Jersey, go to a crack house, gas tank on empty, and can't even get home. I've seen people go to lunch and never go back to work. I personally have smoked crack in Harlem Hospital in the ladies' room with a girlfriend of mine who used to work there. I've seen women who will come to a crack house with their children and have them wait outside 8, 9 o'clock at night. Have the children wait outside? Wait outside. Children 4, 5, and 6 years old are standing outside waiting for their mothers, and their mothers are inside smoking on this crack. I've seen a girl one day brought her baby to the crack house, and she was in such a rush to get high that she couldn't wait 20 minutes to cash her check. She pawned her child to the crack man and says, please give me a dime. I'll be back in 20 minutes, hold my baby. Pawned her child? Yes, for $10. Bob Williams died not long after the interview I did with him.
John Ehrlichman, a key player in Watergate, and has said as much to Harper's Magazine this month. He said, quote, the Nixon campaign in 1968 and the Nixon White House after that had two enemies, the anti-war left and black people. You understand what I'm saying? We knew we couldn't make it illegal to be either against the war or black. But by getting the public to associate the hippies with marijuana and blacks with heroin and then criminalizing...
In going to these Bob Williams, in going to
So look, I try to get back to the part and see that Esau just got a pure hatred, man. Right. So this is his sword, man. All right. So Amos chapter 1 verse 11 does say, Yahweh for 3 transgression, Eden for 4. I will not turn away the punishment because he did pursue his brother with the sword. So his sword, everything, his military, his policemen, his laws. All right, his media, comedic, go back to medium. All right, so they could dictate how the public could view you, man. You could be a guy that grew up in a small town, somewhat like Smallville, man. All right, get straight A's, everything. You be a vegan, your parents vegan, good health and everything, man. Never been in trouble with the law. All right, you're a philanthropist. All right, you donate this and donate that, this and that, man. You graduate high school honors and everything, man. Get your masters. You've been enrolled in the military, man. You got no problems, anything. You did all your tours. You got medals, everything. But see, as soon as you do something, Esau sees something threatening about you, man. He uses media to form a whole different opinion on you, man. That's witchcraft. All right. All right, and that's what media is. Just like on the right hand side, the Eurotherm. All right, with the priest of Levi. All right, which today the tribe of Levi are the so-called Haitians. All right, back then the priests they was a medium, basically mediator. So the high priest was mediator between the nation of Israel and between Yahweh and the nation of Israel. All right, and they use that Eurotherm, man. You know, so today, you know, Esau is witchcraft. He used that TV, man. All right, and it's called media. All right, because he's the medium. All right, so anything, you know. So you know, Esau wants to be like the Most High, like it's in Isaiah chapter 14. That's always show you know, the scriptures, man. All right. So that TV and news reporting is a meeting between Esau and the public. All right. All right. It says right here. It said because he did persuade broke the sword and did cast off all pity. His anger did tear perpetually, kept his wrath forever, man. This is an example of the wrath, man. All right. It's gonna be said in this video. I'm almost trying to speak.
These crack.
All right. All right.
Did with them.
John Ehrlichman, a key player in Watergate, and has said as much to Harper's Magazine this month. He said, quote, the Nixon campaign in 1968 and the Nixon White House after that had two enemies, the anti-war left and
All right, you can see that Psalm 64a. All right, tell on itself.
black people. You understand what I'm saying? We knew we couldn't make it illegal to be
And the wars on the Israelites, man. The 12 tribes of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, we're not black. All right, that background is black with the white fonts on it. All right, those black. No, we're not black. We're Israelites. Right. All right. So. Okay.
In going to these crack houses.
and has said as much to Harper's Magazine this month. He said, quote, the Nixon campaign in 1968 and the Nixon White House after that had two enemies, the anti-war left and black people. You understand what I'm saying? We knew we couldn't make it illegal to be either against the war or black. But by getting the public to associate the hippies with marijuana and blacks with heroin, and then criminalizing both heavily, we could disrupt those communities. We could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them night after night on the evening news. Did we know we were lying about the drugs? Of course we did. So now that we...
They vilified the Israelites. So when you shoot a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, everybody said all this justified. You know, he was a criminal, this and that, all right? All right, that these they desensitize people, all right, and you know make it acceptable to kill Israelites, you know.
The war on drugs was a total lie. We've got millions of federal prisoners for pot, and by the way, in Portugal, where they've decriminalized all drugs, they have seen a radical drop in the use of all drugs, a radical drop in the transmission of diseases like hepatitis C and HIV, and a radical drop in overdose deaths.
All right, so I'm gonna end this and I'll shalom.